The next step in your practical guide to gamification is playtesting. Playtesting is a great way to frame the introduction of your game in a way that makes all students critical consumers of their classroom design. This is an excellent way to model for students that we don't have to get it right the first time, and feedback isn't a personal insult, it's a way for us to get better as we go. Playing a game with the purpose of making it better is a metacognitive experience that forces students to break the game down to its characteristics and how they as players experience them. Playtesting is a great way to engage students in systems thinking. One tweak to the game will have ripple effects that change the way the game feels or maybe even break the game. So many skills go into playtesting sessions that are useful in so many other areas. In addition to this skill development, students feel like co-developers of their instruction rather than just recipients of it, which leads to major buy-in and takes the pressure off you as the teacher to be perfect. Step 4. Be creative with your extensions. Playing games in the classroom sets the stage for experiential learning and teachable moments that may not be apparent in the blur of the action, but provides light bulb moments during a well-designed extension activity. Teachers help students make connections between skills that make them successful in games and skills they'll use in their daily lives, both in and out of school. They facilitate that transfer from structured game spaces to messier applications, which ultimately helps students see the growth value of those games. Just as playtesting games can help students see games as systems, taking the time to transfer that knowledge helps students see all the systems that are functioning or not functioning around them. If a student can successfully modify a game to make it enjoyable for everyone, they can use those same skills like empathy and iteration to solve real problems like bullying or attendance issues. Extension activities are also a great opportunity to focus on standards and thinking skills. Games facilitate an experience for students, and they can draw on that experience in a critical way. Ask them to prioritize, to categorize, analyze, ask them to modify the experience for a new topic, ask them to introduce a new mechanic to the game, ask them to predict where others will get frustrated while playing. Whatever you do, don't let the learning stop when the game does. The last step in this practical guide to gamification is empowering students to create. As you continue to prioritize play and experience in your classroom, don't be afraid to give students some control. What are you doing for them that they can do for themselves? Bloom's taxonomy puts emphasis on the value of putting learning into practice by building something tangible and cohesive from the elements you've given them. Learn from shows like Iron Chef and give them interesting constraints. Can they make logic statements fun with playing cards? Ask them to recreate an experience in Minecraft or design an app on Metaverse that gets people thinking like the protagonist in the class novel. When students are using what they've learned to create something, especially something that will have an authentic audience, they will cement that learning.